Hi, I'm Mia Barron of Virginia Track and Field. Today I'm talking to Carter Green about her performance in the discus throw last weekend at the Lou Onesty Invite. There you officially joined the 50-meter club with a throw of 50.15 meters just one day after PRing previously in the discus with a throw of 48.5 meters. So usually we don't have back-to-back meets like that. What was it like being able to come back just one day later and have another shot at PRing, and how did you prepare yourself physically and mentally to throw 2 days in a row?
So Friday, I definitely took that day more seriously because the weather was going to be better, so I tried to take advantage of that. And I just went out and tried to have fun, and it turned out well. And then for Saturday, I really wasn't thinking much about it. I just went out, and I'm like, the weather's not great. The competition's a lot better, though, so just really muscle it and go out there and try and throw as far as I can. And I got in my first throw, and that's what I did. And I was so tired, though, and it was like I filled the tank up all the way, and then it was completely gone after the first throw. So it was kind of a surprise, but it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, so speaking of the weather, obviously it was really cold and extremely windy. How were you able to kind of block that out and focus on what you needed to do on Saturday?
Well, with any throw, I just kind of block everything out. Like if the wind's blowing, you just kind of avoid it. Don't think about it really, unless it's a good headwind. I kind of waited until the wind really died down because there were big gusts. So I just went in, and I'm like, there's nothing I can do about the wind. And I just threw like I would any other day.
Great. Well, you definitely pulled it off. So when you saw that 5-0 flash up on the board, what did that feel like? What went through your head?
It was incredible. I mean, I was so excited. I mean, most people, they get, really pumped up, but I was more like a little girl on Christmas. I was so excited. I was working so hard for 2 years, basically, to get back on track with discus, and it felt amazing now that I'm, kind of at a closer level to my teammates who excel so much in the throws.
Right. So being a discus thrower, you don't get to compete during the indoor season. How do you train during that time, and how do you keep yourself motivated to prepare for the outdoor season?
I think the biggest thing during indoor season is the strength training. I love to lift, and I do an extra max in the winter where athletes who do indoor don't. So that's definitely my motivation is I'm not so worried about the discus as I am about getting strong. Mm-hmm. And it's what I love to do, and that's the one thing that keeps me motivated, whereas if the lifting wasn't as intense, it would kind of get almost boring in the wintertime.
What do you think has been the big difference between last year and this year that has enabled you to come out and PR at such a big level so early in the indoor season? What have you done differently, training, technique-wise, mentally, to prepare yourself?
I think the biggest difference is that I'm way more comfortable in my technique and just competing in general. First year, you come out, you're just so unsure. It's a whole new experience from high school, and then I definitely used not really my failures from last year, but the meets where I wasn't comfortable, I didn't know what to do, and I learned from them, and just trying to be more confident and aggressive when I'm throwing.
You mentioned your teammates and training partners who excel at obviously a very high level. You have future Olympians like Philip who you get to train with every day. What is some of the best advice that they've given you, and how do they push you to perform at their level, which you've now been able to do?
Probably the best advice that they've given me is to be aggressive because I'm naturally timid. So that's a big thing that they always push on me is you have to act like a 50-meter discus thrower to be a 50-meter discus
Mm-hmm.
thrower. And that's what I tried to do, and it worked.
I would say so.
Yeah.
What are your goals then going forward in the outdoor season?
That's a tough one. At the beginning of the year, it was around 52 meters, but having PR'd by 4 meters last weekend was, it's kind of changing it. The school record is about 56 in the discus, so that would be amazing. I mean, I always set my goals higher than what I know I can do, so I think a school record would be great for me.
All right, well, thanks, Carter, and make sure to catch Carter back in action at the Virginia Challenge right here at UVA next weekend. This is Mia Barron of Virginia Track and Field. Thanks for watching.